Yeah, we did have some thunderstorms roll through the area, bit of lightning, some gusty winds as well. Most of that has since weakened. Only leftover rainfall is down across the river parishes, moving through Lutcher right now, Vacherie, and then a little bit more south of the city around the Lafitte area, although it looks like Lafitte now drying out with these storms likely just going to weaken out over the marshes. Now, as far as additional rain in the coming days, the models are a little bit more aggressive, like we saw tonight, with a few more complex of storms able to develop or move through tomorrow as well as Friday. Now, I still think high temperatures will be mid-upper 90s, but later in the day we will have some relief. Maybe a little more cloudiness on Friday. If that is the case, and if it's early enough, maybe it keeps us out of the upper 90s. I will take any relief we can get from these more extreme temperatures. And where we had the more abundant rainfall and cloud cover, it did help to knock temperatures into the 70s elsewhere, still in the low 80s at this hour, and dew points still fairly high. Dew points, the mugginess is going to stay on the high side through the weekend, but there are signs of a bit of dry air coming in for next week. Still feels like 92 degrees, did not pick up any measurable rain at Kenner. 84 degrees is our current temperature. And this is kind of the little complex that moved on through late this evening. And additional little disturbances are going to move through over the coming days around the upper high. This has not been the case over the last several days with that high centered right over us. Now the high is in a position to allow these little disturbances to move through. What I'm showing you here is the upper pattern as well as instability in the atmosphere. That would be the trigger for rainfall, and there will be some such triggers moving through tomorrow and as well on Friday. Nothing extreme, but at least some scattered rainfall. As we head further into the weekend, none of those disturbances really look to be triggering more rain, but this upper pattern with an upper trough is going to bring in some drier air. However, this time of year, we're still in August, dry air warms very efficiently, very easily. So even with drier air moving in behind a fairly deep upper trough, high temperatures I still think will be into the upper 90s, a little less humid, but again, it'll still be hot. But with the less humidity, our heat indices won't be as extreme, still low triple digits. Not getting rid of that, unfortunately, but at least fronts are on the horizon as we head towards September. We're almost there. We just have a little bit to go. Again, I'd increased our rain chances for both tomorrow and Friday to around 50% and then mostly dry as we head especially into early next week. So what rain that we've had around this evening coming to an end, and thankful that we had it, and may see a bit more. This is a different model, but also indicating kind of a better chance for some showers and thunderstorms both tomorrow and on into Friday. Here's the very latest, the 10 o'clock advisory on Hurricane Ernesto. Still a Category 1, but those winds are up now to 80 miles an hour. Those thunderstorms are concentrating themselves right around the center, and this is really nothing that is going to hinder further development right up to the point of moving into colder waters north of Bermuda. Could easily make landfall over Bermuda or at least impact the island as a major hurricane, though the Hurricane Center's official forecast even still does have it weakening, and then as it gets into colder water, obviously it continues to weaken further. Beyond Ernesto, the models are not picking up on any further development through the weekend and into next week. And in fact, most long-range models do keep us quiet for the next 7 to 10 days, even as we head toward the end of August. That'd be great. Of course, September is the busiest month, but every day, every week is quiet is a good one. A better chance of rain for our Thursday and Friday than mostly dry and staying hot heading through next week.